food stylist, author, all-round great guy, Jacob Leong is here to show us how to make a beautiful dish using spatchcock.
Spatchcock?
Yes.
Thanks for having me today. So what we are making today is spatchcock with a delicious sage butter. And this is a one-pan wonder dish. So what I'm gonna get you to do is I'm gonna get you to work on the herb butter, which is so simple. It is just chopped sage and butter, okay?
Too easy.
So yeah, about 50 grams of butter and then probably half a bunch of sage using the leaves and a little bit of the stalk as well, just for a little bit more texture.
Very nice.
While you're doing that, I'm actually gonna tie up our spatchcocks, which, you know, there's lots of different chefy butcher ways, but I'm just keeping it really simple.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm tying my laces, okay?
Good.
I'm just tying it around the legs, as you can see here. Crossing them over.
And that's just going to keep it really tidy
Yeah.
as it roasts in the oven.
Yep, and then I'm just tying it literally like I'm tying my shoelaces.
Yep.
Like my mum taught me when I was like 5. Okay, so
Love that.
thanks, Mum. All right, so
Mum.
that's done. Now, what we're gonna like flavour this with, obviously, is the herb butter on the top, but then I've got some mandarins, okay? Great time for mandarins. So all I'm gonna do is I'm keeping the skin on. There's so much essential oils in the skin, so let's just use all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm just literally just breaking it up like this. So about a quarter with the skin on, and I'm just gonna pop it into the cavity there.
I can already smell that. It smells
Yeah,
so
so
good.
good.
Do you know these flavours of sage, mandarin? We've got the beautiful spatchcock that are presented so nicely with that shoelace tie. It's like Christmas.
It could be Christmas. And
Yeah.
like mandarin is also like a bit more of a take of like clementine or something like that.
Correct,
So
yes.
maybe a bit more of an Aussie version.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna just do that with all of them. Now I'm also adding, this looks like a small onion, but it's actually a massive bulb clove of garlic.
Look, I tried to find you the biggest piece of garlic I could find.
You nailed the brief. You nailed the brief.
I thought you'd be impressed with that.
So we're using just 1 clove of garlic, and this will also just help flavour the actual spatchcock.
Nice one.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is just putting it all into a tray. So we're just going to add a cup of chickpeas, okay, and they've just been washed. The great thing about this is they will just kind of get a little bit soft and gooey with all the flavours from the spatchcock.
Yep, that's just tinned.
Just tinned,
yeah.
super easy. You don't need to do really anything except for wash them. And then I've got some dried black olives. Next, I'm also going to use some of the smaller cloves of garlic just to put in the tray as well.
Yep.
And then what we're going to do is we are going to put these on top. Okay.
And you usually would serve 1 spatchcock per person?
Yes, I
Okay,
would. Yeah. And there's so many different ways that you can do spatchcock as well.
Yeah.
Like you can cut it, you can debone it. But just for this, keeping it really simple for people at home, because you know this is like a special dish.
Yes.
But we don't want to make it overly complicated.
Of course.
Okay. So just arrange like
nice.
so, and then when this comes out of the oven, I like just to serve it onto the dining table so everyone can see it bubbling away.
Fantastic.
Now, I'm going to use my hands.
Please do.
Is that okay with you?
I want you to.
Great. So now making sure, like, obviously this is like soft butter. Don't get it just out of the fridge straight away. You want to get that nice and soft. And I'm just going to like rub it and then like try and stick it and press it down.
Yeah.
And then further to that, whatever butter is left, I will also put into the cavity as well.
Beautiful. And did you want any oil and salt
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I
now
can
the
do
thing
that
with
for
the
you.
salt is we're just salting the birds only because the olives will have like the saltiness in the tray. So we don't need to really salt the chickpeas.
Yep.
But just on top of the spatchcock there.
Too easy. And no other liquid really is in this.
No,
Doesn't
because
need
you'll
it.
be surprised how much liquid is in the birds and when the mandarin, also once that starts to cook.
Yep.
Now the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get 1 more mandarin and do the same thing, leaving the skin on and just dot it with a couple of the pieces.
So you can see Jacob knows what he's doing when it comes to food style. It is just, everything looks beautiful. Everything's arranged nicely. I always learn so much when our food stylist friends come on the show.
And it's just so easy. Like, yeah, it's rustic, it's homely, and it looks so great. So we're gonna put this into the oven on 180 degrees for about 20 minutes, and we'll check it, but probably 20 to 30 minutes.
Fantastic.
Let's put it in.
Jacob, these look sensational. I love how the butter's just cooked over the top of them. They're glistening and then the sage is just there.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and the butter acts as a bit as the sauce for the chickpeas as well.
Yep.
So to finish it off, we're just gonna chop up some parsley and I'm just gonna finish it off with some cracked pepper just on top. So I'll just serve this up on the table with a really delicious side salad,
Yeah.
and then off you go. People can help themselves.
I'm just smelling this right now, and it is just the best smell ever. The sage, the butter, the mandarin. Can't wait to tuck into this. Jacob, thank you so much.
Not a problem.